I have booked over 40 meetings in the last month for my SMMA agency. And what I'm about to give you is the exact 5-step strategy that I have used. If followed correctly, this could take you from where you are right now to booking anywhere between 30 to 60 meetings for your SMMA agency every single month. This checklist that I have laid out is in chronological order, starting out from the very first steps all the way to booking the entire meeting. If you just follow this video, you will learn how to pick the perfect niche, the exact method to get in front of your ideal clients, and what you need to say in order for you to book those meetings. Also, I'll show you how to be more productive and use every minute of your day using our structure. And then I will give you the exact script to use in order for you to be getting meetings in the next 2 days. So the first thing that you need to do is picking your niche. This is the most crucial step of your SMMA agency. So for picking a niche, it's going to be very simple. You can go to ChatGPT and ask it to give you a list of niches, and from there you just pick a niche. I'm going to be giving you an example of what good niches to pick from, just so that you can get started as soon as possible. Okay, so I just typed in what niches are there for my SMMA business. So as you can see, it's going to give you a list of niches all the way from local businesses, e-commerce, coaching and education, all those sorts of niches. And over here, he's given us some really good niches. We have gym and fitness centers, so these are really good niches. Salons and spas, also very beginner friendly. Real estate agents, all these are really good niches for us to use for our SMMA agency. So right now I'm going to give you 5 beginner friendly niches for you to start out with. So some of the good ones could be real estate. We also have home renovation. It's a very good niche as well, very beginner friendly as well. We have med spas, we have roofing, and we also have chiropractors. So these are some of the niches that I would recommend for every beginner starting SMMA. So once you pick the niche, the next step is for you to actually figure out what outreach method that you're going to be using to get those clients. Okay, perfect. So the first method that we have to get in front of clients is going to be through advertising. So the 3 main platforms I would recommend you use to get more SMMA clients are Google, Meta, which is Facebook and Instagram, and finally YouTube. So the thing that you need to bear in mind when running ads is that it's going to cost you a lot of money. So with ads, you could really spend hundreds of dollars until you finally find a client. So it could be really expensive, but the results are really worth it. Okay, so next we have outreach. And outreach is by far the cheapest way for you to get clients for your SMMA agency. And this is what I would recommend for beginners to start off with. Okay, so as you can see, I have divided outreach into 3 main methods. So the first one is DMs. So this is basically you go into Facebook, Instagram, or any of the big platforms and you start DMing businesses, trying to work with them and helping them with their marketing. And we also have emails, so it is going to be very similar to DMs, except that you're going to be sending an email instead of just sending them a text message over on Instagram or Facebook. And the last one is cold call. So cold call is by far the most effective one out of all these outreach methods. And the ones that I would recommend for all beginners is cold call. And the reason why is cold call is so effective. So for me personally, I use all these 3 methods combined to get my clients and get my meeting. And I would recommend the same thing for you guys. So if you're starting your SMMA agency, I would recommend that you start off with cold calling, and you can also do along the side of it emails and DMs just to help you get extra meetings along the side of cold calling. Okay, so now that you have an idea of what method that you're going to be picking for you to get in front of clients, so the next thing that you should do is get the persons in charge phone number, email, name, and company name as well. And the way that I would recommend you doing it is by basically going to a normal spreadsheet and start off by putting the important details. So these are the most important thing that you need to be looking for when doing lead generation. So the next thing that you do in terms of lead generation is to actually get in those leads. The way that I would recommend you doing it is by actually going into Google and getting the leads from there. And the reason why I picked Google specifically is because it is one of the biggest platforms on the market where every business out there is putting their information there, trying to get in front of customers. So it's going to look something like this. Typing in the niche that you've picked, and you also type in the city that you're targeting. So for example purposes, we're going to be targeting the city of Miami, and we're going for the home renovation niche. So all you have to do is type in Miami home renovation, and then you just search. And once you do that, you're going to get a really long list, all the businesses of home renovation companies in Miami. So from there, it's very simple. All you have to do is you can open all of these businesses in a new tab. So after you do that, you actually go into the tab. They have here the company name. They also have the company website. They have the company's phone number as well. So what you need to be doing to get the owner's name is actually going to the Google reviews of the company, and you will find people talking about the owner and mentioning their name. And from there, you just pick that name and put it into your list. And from there, what I would do is gather all the remaining information to fill in the list. And from there, I would just ring this phone number and ask for the owner, trying to get a hold of him. Okay, so next, once I have filled in all the information of the company, now we go on to the next step, which is script creation. So the script is going to be the most important part of your outreach strategy. So whether it's email, DMs, or phone calls, it is very important for you to actually craft a really good script for you to make sure that all of your clients that you speak to are going to be saying yes to all of your meetings. Okay, so with script creation, it's very important for me to be speaking to the owner. So it could be something like this. So this is going to be the first thing that I say once somebody answers the phone number. So hey, is it Naim I'm speaking to? So I need to make sure that I'm speaking to the right person from the get-go. So let's say they said yes. The next thing I would say is, perfect, it's Matthew here. I was wondering, could you guys handle 5 new jobs over the next month or so? So I'm just very straight to the point. I need to understand if these people could handle 5 new jobs over the next month, because that is what my service is going to be giving them. So let's say they said yes, we could handle 5 new jobs over the next month. The next thing I would say is, perfect, I help home renovation businesses get more jobs, and I was wondering if that is something you guys would be interested in. So it's very simple. So let's say they said yes, we're interested in getting more jobs. From here I would actually schedule the meeting with them. So the next thing on my script is going to be something like this. I would love to run through everything in more detail with you. Do you have any time tomorrow by any chance? So let's say they said they have time tomorrow. Then from there I would schedule up the meeting with them, and then I will send them the email with the confirmation and the invitation itself. So it's very important for you to send the invitation link on the email within a couple of minutes once you actually close that meeting. Okay, perfect. So now let's say you have booked up the meeting with your client. What you need to be doing from here on is very important. You need to send them the email within a couple of minutes after you have booked that meeting. So the way that I would usually do it is go to my calendar on Google. Then I would pick the time that we have actually booked the meeting for. So let's say it's 11 a.m. on Tuesday. So I would just click on that. And from here, the title of the event itself is going to be the owner's name and more jobs meeting next to it. So it's going to look something like this. So it's going to be Ben more jobs meeting. And then you have to go to the description tab over here and you just type in something like, hey Ben, this is Matthew. I reached out to you earlier in regards to getting you more jobs for your home renovation company. As promised, here's an invitation for our meeting on the specific date. Please join with the link provided. And then you go to add guests over here and you just type in their email and you just click on save. Now that you have booked all your meetings, what you need to be doing from here is actually showing up to the meeting and preparing for the sales call beforehand. But also the last thing I would tell you that you need to be doing to be more productive throughout your day is going to be using this calendar structure that I'm going to be showing you right now. Okay, so you go into your calendar and from here you have to actually map out the time that you have spent working on your business and how your day has been going. Okay, so let's say you wake up every day at 8 a.m. Go into your calendar and typing in wake up, and you're going to be setting that as an event, and you just type in save, and you can actually make it so that you wake up in 30 minutes. So the next thing on your list, let's say you would actually do lead generation, and then you're gonna be mapping out how much time it would actually take you to do the entire lead generation. So you just drag it down all the way from 9:30 to 10:30. So that's going to be 2 hours of lead generation, and this goes on for everything that you do in your day. So let's say you're taking your dog out for a walk, you actually have to put that. Let's say you're going to the gym, you're working out, you have to put that in there as well. Just map out everything that you do in your day and put it into this calendar structure. So let's say after you put all of your daily activities in there, it's going to look something like this. You wake up, you do some lead generation, you rest, you have a meeting, you eat lunch, you do outreach, you create a website, working out, etc. So everything that you do in your day, you have to put it into this calendar. The last thing that you should do every day is going over your calendar and seeing where have you wasted time. So now you need to ask yourself, what could you do over at that time to actually be more productive for your SMMA agency? And you actually add it over here and use it to be more productive every single day. So this is going to be the exact framework that I use to book 40+ meetings every single month for my SMMA agency.